Alright guys,
Oh,
I
brother,
know
that's
everyone already did their
nice.
showcases, but it's my turn now. So, let's just start off with it. Alucard, Crusader, full SSS. Placement damage, 12.6k, 4 seconds, 18.2 range. Pretty good circle, and, as you can see, he makes the enemies take 10% more magic and physical damage. And that comes from this right here, Bloodthirsty. Every enemy in Dracula's range takes 10% more damage from attacks. If I'm not correct, wait. If I'm correct, this actually doesn't go away. Okay, it does go away, I lied. His other passive, he inflicts bleed for 3 seconds, dealing 30% of the unit's damage over time, so 10% damage per tick. And every time he kills an enemy, he absorbs their blood. And every 25 kills, he'll get 2.5% damage and minus 1% cooldown. With the max of that being 25% damage and 10% cooldown. So you gotta get 250 kills to max him out, but you don't need to get the 250 kills for it to, be beneficial to you. Let's see. Now he's doing 13.2 thousand every 3.9. He got two things of it. Miststorm, he becomes full AoE really early on. Very nice. 23,000 every 5.3 seconds on a 20 range. Is not bad for an early defender. And I think that's like 7,000. Alright, let's get his next attack. He just went up again. This time, he's a cone. All of his... Okay, actually, that's a lie. Every ability after his first ability is a multi-hit. So that means he's going to be good for shields. He's going to be good for overhealth enemies. Because he's not going to be limited to only hitting one. Though I don't really know if there is really any good unit that is only single hit. I think every single... Maybe Raging is only one hit. I don't know. I can't look. I got rid of mine to get all these cool stats on him. Because Raging is kind of mid. Kind of buns. Alright, Bird of Hermes. Or Hermes. 130,000 every 6.1 seconds on a 35.1 range. I don't know why his range is so weird. 35.1? Let's just change that to 35, 170k every 5.7. And our last upgrade, give us release restraint level 0. Oh, and he is also hybrid on this upgrade, on Bird of Hermes. And what that is going to do is, while active, Dracula releases his restraints and unleashes level 0 for 30 seconds, gaining 50% more damage and minus 20% cooldown. So let's just pop it. And as we can see, his damage just went up to 276,000 every 4.2 seconds. And the second part of this passive, not passive, ability, just put it on, is that he summons people that he kills. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if this is broken or if it is only when he gets kills. I've played with him in the Halloween mode, and I'll use the ability, and it'll work the first time, but that's mainly because he's the only unit down. Because I need him to get kills to upgrade his passive, because I don't know if that's how that works or not. And rather than actually spawning more people, he won't spawn anymore. Now this has a max of 13, so you're going to have to wait for these guys to die for him to spawn more. But what I've seen is that even after they die, or they run into the base, he just doesn't spawn anymore. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe they fixed it. Because I haven't played since 2 days ago. I just be macro, bro, I'm gonna be honest. And while... Oh wait, shoot. While one of his summons are alive, while a hound is alive, he reduces his cooldown by 10%. This is also bugged. At least since the last time I used it. So I'll actually wait and skip to when all the things die, and we'll see if it actually is still broken. But he would never lose his cooldown reduction. He would always have the cooldown reduction from the hounds being alive. Actually, that might have been why that might have been why it was broken. Because it didn't register that the hounds had died. Okay. Wait, no. Nope. Wrong. Because I was doing an infinite mode, and I used his ability like a bunch of times, and it was still summoning. So... yeah, I don't know. It was just broken. Yeah, this guy... I think he's better than Rengoku. Just from a pure... Actually, I don't know. Because Alucard, way higher DPS. Look at this. 40,000 DPS. No ability. 20,000 DPS. Now, Rengoku gets a lot of his DPS from his passives. But Alucard also gets some extra DPS from his passives. Like the 10% more damage. And the 30% bleed. So, I'm not really sure what is better. Alucard is only circle AoE, but it's a pretty big circle. But Rengoku is bigger. I mean, full AoE. So, we're gonna come to the verdict that Rengoku is better in infinite mode, and Alucard is better in progressive modes. But that does not mean that Alucard is not a good unit for infinite modes. As he's always applying this damage buff. So every single one of your units on your team are going to take 10% more damage, as long as they remain in Alucard's range. So that's what I think. This ability is also on a 120-second cooldown, so it's really spammable. Because if you think about it, his ability lasts for 30 seconds. Which in turn means that his ability cooldown is really only 90 seconds. Not bad, eh? Alright, well, let's look at the DPS of him. Alright. And he does 39,148 DPS, not including bleed and not including his magic buff. So now we are going to do with just bleed. Okay, no, we're not. We're gonna do that with do it with bleed and his 10% now. Bro. So we gotta add 10%. What's 10% of 184,000? 184,000. And then we gotta add 18,400. Yep, I know what I'm talking about. And then we gotta divide that by 3 to get one of his procs. And then we gotta add it. Plus 67,466. And boom. And then we gotta divide that by 4.7 seconds. Alright, so max buffs, because we're going off of his stats from his passive. He's getting 57,418 DPS. That's really high. Alright, and now we're gonna go off of... Oh, see? Look it, I told y'all, bro. All of the summons are gone, and he still kept his buff. So really, whenever you get this, just pop it, because it'll just help you. Alright, and let's pop it again to get his new stats, which is 276,000. And divide that by 3.8. That gives us 72,631 DPS. Alright, so now we gotta do that with bleed and his thing, because we didn't even include that yet. And that equals 106,526 DPS. I think it's fair to say Alucard is the highest DPS unit in the game, by far. I think even higher than Rengoku. Because, like, sure. Oh, yep, and look at it again. I was right again. The summons don't get resummoned. Man. Okay. So so I'm assuming that what I said was right. Is that the game doesn't register when the thing dies. So, it never actually knows when the summons are actually dead, so it never spawns more, because it thinks that the cap is still met. There's still 13 out of 13 summons. But I don't think that hinders him really too much, because, you know, how many game modes are you going to play where you can use this ability more than once? Or when you're going to want to use it more than once? Because if you're playing progressive, you're only going to save it for the boss. And you're going to be able to pop it just right away because the maps are so long and the units are so slow. But yep, that's all I gotta say. I think this is the #1 unit in the game. So if you don't have him, and even if you don't have him Crusader, I would say gamble your rerolls. Try and get Crusader. Because I don't think we're going to get another Crusader for hopefully a long time. Oh wait, actually no, not a long time, but like for a little bit. Because unless we just actually start getting Crusaders every whole update, which is 2 weeks. Because then, that might be pretty risky. Yep, but that's all. I'm out of here.